Hello, Brett here from Mounts Models. We have all your TT120 needs from Hornby, Pico. Also, we are the exclusive stockist of West Hill Wagon Works TT120 range. Come and join us for our 20th anniversary 5-day event here at Mounts Models, where you can come and chat with all the major manufacturers.
Hi, Chris here at TT120. Looks like Brett's got quite a few big names appearing at his event. I'm thinking I might actually go along on the 4th as well as the 5th. No, sorry, the 3rd as well as the 4th, should I say. What with the Hornby, Acura Scale, DCC Concepts, West Hill Wagon Works, WW Scenics, Pico, Evolution Trains. Yeah, it's going to be. I think it's going to be quite special. Right, today we are finishing off the Fowler 2F shunter from Willington Dean Rower Modelling. Graphic up here somewhere, wherever Jimmy puts it. Now Peter sent me this Fowler body, and it's a excuse me. I'm getting a little bit itchy from Ted. It's cracking it loco. Now, I know it's no super fine scale, super accurate, but it's pretty bloody close. And I think you could, if you wanted to put some time and effort into it, you probably could turn that into a really nice fine scale model. But I still think it's a cracking little loco and kit, especially as it's specifically designed to go on an 08 chassis, which is something nobody else is trying to do. You know, a lot of the 3D printing world, you can get some great stuff we've already seen from Lincoln Locos and from Scalar Rail, but you've got to go and muck about with your own chassis, find your own chassis, work out your own chassis, and really for newbies into this, which I know a lot of you are who are watching this channel, that can be a bit daunting. Whereas at least with this kit, it goes straight onto an 08, and you don't have to cut it up. You don't have to hack it about. Now, I have gone a little bit invasive. I have gone in there, chewed the 08 chassis around a little bit, because I wanted to put an 8-pin decoder, HM7000, so I could have the sound, and so that I could have the Bluetooth connectivity, and so that I could have the running lights back and forwards. Quick little note for the rivet counters. Because I specifically have made this loco so that I can run it on a little shunting puzzle that I'm designing at my local club at Scarborough. I wanted any kids who are going to have a go at using the HM7000 app, which is the whole idea of this thing, is to get younger people to have a look and have a go. Not necessarily younger people, but new people. I wanted them to be able to see which way the loco is going, because it's not always, they don't always line up with the left and right. Okay, particularly if they're a backup, if they've gone round a loop or something. But this way, if there's a white light at the front and a red light at the back, it's going that way. It's going forwards. If it's got a white light at the back and a red light at the front, it's reversing. So it's easy. So it's got working running lamps, which isn't particularly scale accurate or prototypical accurate, because a lot of the time in a dockyard they wouldn't be doing those. They may put lamps on if they went out, if they had to cross the main line or go from depot to depot, but most of their running time would be spent in the yard and probably wouldn't really be doing much work at night and wouldn't be having those lamps on. So that's why they're there, for practicality, not for accuracy. Okay, get over yourselves. Right, we've got something else, haven't we? Jim, if you were going to give me the list, give me a second. Jim's over here. Oh, thank you. Okay, so Jim has picked out of the hat. Cheers, mate. Okay, so for the these are both the giveaways from West Hill Wagon Works. Okay, so this one is for the fuel. Who's the winner for the fuel that Jimmy's picked out? I'd like to read your writing. Okay, this is at Paul Smith PL or P17FO. That is for the fuel. Okay, and congratulations, Paul. And this one is for the track. And the track pack. And this one is at David Watts 1871. Congratulations, David. There will be my email address in the info below. Drop us a line, guys, and we'll get them sent off to you as soon as possible. Okay. Right, let's get on with, well, let's first of all have a quick chat from West Hill Wagon Works.
New from West Hill Wagon Works, the diesel fueling point double track kit in TT120 scale for Co 55 track. Don't forget, if you use the TT120 at checkout, you get a 5% discount.
Okay, thank you, West Hill Wagon Works. Much appreciated. Now, that's obviously important for any of you who actually wanted the fuel station but didn't actually win. You could obviously buy it from West Hill Wagon Works, and don't forget the PTTT120 discount code at checkout, and you'll get 5% off when you're ordering online. Right, on with the Fowler. Now it's I spent a lot of time with the wiring. We eventually got there. Big shout out to Richard Bayliss at This Way Works. He was a massive assistance to me. Really gratefully received. So he got me some of the components like the lamps and things, and told me which way to wire them and all that. Still got it wrong a few times, but we got there in the end. Thanks, Richard. Rough weathering, a little bit of mucking about with some powders, and then we did a nice running session at the end. So enough. Without further ado, let's crack on with what we got on, and I'll see you at the end of the running session. Cheers.
Okay, so this is where we left it, with the brass side, giving it a little bit of a clean up and a bit of a scratch up, and now we really just need to do is spray it. Here's a little close up of how I've tucked the wiring away, and I've done a double layer of brass. There's 3 layers, and they're silver soldered to get a bit of a depth to that kind of fake door. This has all been sort of scratched up now, ready for a bit of etch primer. I'll probably need to straighten that edge up, but I'm going to do that a little bit later. The plugs inside there will get painted up black, and then I'm going to have a little fella there just to distract the eye. Something from Model U. I'll have a look through their catalogue. Here we go. Now, I've picked up the GWR Mogul Crew and the Terrier Crew packs. I'll use them anyway somewhere, but I wasn't quite sure. I think maybe the Terrier Crew with them leaning out might be better than the straight up guys, because I think there's going to be not enough space to put the straight up guys inside this. Right, quick, careful straightening up at the bottom with a file. That's that done. Ta-da! Right, and make sure that's super clean, because we're going to get it with some etch primer. This is what I use, High Build Etch Rapid Primer Black. Gives you a nice base so you can add filler to it. Ta-da! Painted. But now I need to fill in a lot of this space and put a little blanking spot at the top to match the other side. If I get it in focus, there you go. So that little top of the tank that continues into the cab needs to be repeated there. Right, on with a bit of car body filler. It's all looking rather industrial, I know. or agricultural maybe, lumpy and bumpy, and a little bit of styrene in the top there to help finish off that shape of it, to that kind of recognition of the tank. And here it is, sanded back, so it's all now super smooth. The filler will sticks itself to the etch primer far better than it will to the brass. That's why we've got the etch primer before the filler. Then a quick whiff over. Don't matter that some of it's shiny, some of it's matte. When it's all lacquered, those differences in that slight difference in finish won't make any difference. Over to Railtec transfers. Now they do these cracking little kits, and there'll be a description below where you can actually request your codes and your shed codes and all that kind of stuff. Now they come with the early crest. I wanted the late crest, so I ordered the sheet of late crest, which I'm going to use elsewhere anyway. So we'll have a little bit of fun sticking these on. Now with careful use of some hot water, and I apply using a paintbrush so you can move them around. Here we are. These are my best guess of sizes. See the little 2F and the shed code down there, the front code, and look, I dropped it. Hey! And I can't find the pieces because I dropped it outside because after lacquering. So we're going to have to fill that in and make it good. Well, that's what I've got on with. I haven't replicated the little details, but it's going to do for me. I must be more careful with my mounting sticks. Now for a bit of mucky fun with some DCC Concepts powders. I'm really happy with how this looks when it's in focus. But of course, as soon as you, there you go. Now I'm expecting to lose a lot of this when I lacquer it, and I'll probably go back over it again. But this is kind of what I'm looking for. Whether I managed to finish this off like this, I don't know. But yeah, as soon as you hit it with lacquer, everything drops back a bit. So I might give it another go. Bit of coal in the back, very important. And now to fit the lamps, this crazy fine wiring. These are excellent little lamps. You can get something very similar from West Tool Wagon Works. And these are these tiny, tiny little resistors that Richard sent me, which you have to solder on like this. It's crazy. And then once I've finished it all, blobs of PVA to seal all the connections. I added a little shield so the wires wouldn't get caught in the worm gear. Now for a quick test before I glue it all together. So this is how she looks before I attach the guys. Now she does look very tall, and she probably is about 1.5 mm too tall, but I'm quite happy with that. Now I'm planning on using some Dapol easy shunts, so I thought I'd better do a little video show how they work. Here we go. So this is the magnet that makes them move. I thought I'd show you a close-up of that. And then when you're away from the magnet, they close up again. And after a bit of a wiggle, they should catch. There we go. Ta-da. Then you pull forward. And if you go over these magnets at a reasonable speed, they won't let go. Most of the time at slow speed, they'll either let go, like that one did, or you have to do a little shunt backwards and forwards. And what we'll do is we'll show you that if you push them together whilst they're open. Oh, there's one of Ted's dog hairs on the roof of the brake van. Oh dear, sorry. You'll see that they don't lock, because they can't now, because the shields are in the way, and you can push them to wherever you want, and then drive away and leave them there. And we shall show that in our running video, which is coming up now.
Well, I carried on for a little bit. I'm really enjoying this little loco. It's great having a little steamer to run around, check things around in the Radius One little bits on Camelot. When of course when the J50 comes out, is it J50? Yeah, it's J50, isn't it? When that comes out, that might get parked. I don't know. See how difficult it is to do the lighting on the J50, right? And also try to get a. Well, that should have space for a 6-pin HM7000, which I'll probably wait for, because as people keep pointing out to me, I should be getting on with some ballasting on Camelot, because it's still looking a little bit basic. And you're quite right, and I should try harder, and I shall. A few people I mentioned a while ago that I'd had some health issues, and a few people have been very kind with their direct messages and asking me how I'm getting on. Well, the good news is there's absolutely zero sign of cancer, which is what I was worried about at the beginning. Instead, it's been replaced by I have 2, not 1, but 2 hernias in my bowel. So it's been great fun, quite painful, and I'm on painkillers at the moment. So if I and a lot, please forgive me. Anyway, don't forget, please like and subscribe, ring the bell, poke Peach in the face, and I'll see you soon. Take care.
And that's all there is to tell. I'll be on my way now, sir. I've got urgent business in the south. I have to meet a man at Marlborough Junction.